Hi everyone, it's Gail, and I am back with all my little rejected paper collages, and I'm going to get them made into something. We're going to get them all cut up and hopefully get some decorated and stuff. So let me say hi and hugs, and then we'll get going. Hi and hugs to Roseanne, Jacqueline, Melody, and Carla. Thank you so much for watching and for your nice comments. Okay. So here we go. So these two I did after we were together, I think. I think most of this one I did anyways. And then this one as well. And I did not do the backs because I'm going to use these two for pockets and then the other three for journal cards and tags and that sort of thing. So we'll get to cutting those up in just a minute. These are my glue pages that I have, folded once they were all gluey. And I want to do like a journal card of one of these because I have all these papers. Let me grab them here. In my discard pile that are all kind of the same patterns. And so I would like to just collage something and get those used up. That would be a good stroke of business. Let's just tear this. This is my new Tim Holtz ruler that I'm really loving. If you want a little cleaner edge on your tear, it works great. Yeah, it's a great little ruler. Okay, look, I'm finding more of these. They're just kind of everywhere. Can't remember the project I did, but I did something with them and there was just a bazillion of them. So let's try and use up some of those real quick. Like I also have some things to back a journal card with. So we'll just make a quick journal card this way, which is great to use up your scraps too. Doing the way we did with the book page, making the book page roll, that's great too. It's either or, because it's all using the scraps. And I'm just about out of the papers that are my reject papers, so that's awesome too. So same day as Scrappy Saturday in terms of my filming, but oh my gosh, you guys, Mike and I put together a glider swing. Let's just say it was not easy. I don't know if my hands will ever recover. Oh my gosh, it was so hard. We're convinced that one of the pieces they cut it wrong because it was just a nightmare to get it to. It was like, of course, one of the last pieces, but you know, the curved part wasn't going around the pole and it was just not great. So anyway, but we got her done. Sheesh. So that was good, but man, oh man, we worked hard on it. 2.5 hours it took us. And granted, we're not the best carpentry / putting things together kind of people, but oh man, it's like, I don't know, do they make it for people who don't know what they're doing? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh yes, that just fits. Okay, well, see, I have more than enough for more of these. Okay, let's make a tag to go in this too. Let's do that. That'd be good. Okay, and then I just have these little bits of things to put on the back. So we'll do that. Yeah, so I needed to come into my happy place and Mike's very patient with these sorts of things, but even he was getting super frustrated. It was like, are you kidding me? Okay, part of my page came up on that, but doesn't matter. Makes it more grungy, right? So let's do this across the top. Yeah, so anyway, that was, we were both sweating. There may have been a little cussing. It was just like, oh my gosh, thing, you do not want to come together, do you? Look at that being right, just the right size. See? It's my happy place. Things just work out here, not so much in the garage. I did feel helpful though. I got, you know, the screws and things ready that we needed, and I did feel like I was being helpful somewhat. So anyway, you've probably had your fill of this sort of thing, but I gotta make room on my desk so I can cut and everything. Let's see, how do we want this? Let's go this way. Okay, so there's a journal card. We can put a focal point or whatever. I'll sew around it and bada bing, bada boom. Okay, there we go. Alrighty then, let's do a tag in these two. I think I don't really want it any taller than 6. I could make it a pocket, but I'm just not in the mood, people. I'm gonna throw that away. I'm just tossing it. Oh yeah, it was quite something getting all that done. And it's hot out. That did not help. I was dying. I mean, it is kind of a good idea to do like a matching tag for the pocket, right? Since we have matching papers. These were actually a pretty good size for doing the collage around a page, but these dark colors, I don't know. I don't have many projects where they work, so we shall see if I can come up with something to do with it. Good up there. Need another dark. Oh my gosh, see, just the right size. See, life is good in the old craft room. Well, to tell you what we put together, it's like a little retro glider, little outdoor swing, and it turned out super cute. It really did. It's turquoise, and it looks like an old motel chair, double motel chair, and it's super cute. And I was gonna put it out in front of my house, but we had one stolen from there. So I think I'm gonna put it on my patio, because on my deck. Okay, that can be a tag for that. We haven't covered the back yet, but that's okay. I'm gonna do another one. Just because, let's see, we'll do a pocket one. So yeah, that's what we put together. Now Mike is mowing the yard because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. And so he wanted to get it done. And so this is later. Gosh, I'm at 3 o'clock. That's usually when I stop working. And so, yeah, so I'm a little later than normal today. But you can see the afternoon Gale, who is even less articulate than the morning Gale. Oh, yeah, I don't know. That was just pure craziness, though. I was like, oh my gosh, Mike, are we going to get this together? I'm like, but I truly think they messed up when they were cutting one of the pieces. So it was like, oh man. I'm going to have this whittled down. See, we'll have two tags to go in the pocket. That'll be nice. Okay, need a little something there. These aren't the same. Neither are these. These were for the back, weren't they? Okay. Oh my gosh, such a mess here. But you know, I really do love doing this kind of thing. So it's fun. I do, you know, I know some of you have been waiting for me to get started on the boho journal, which I promise I'm going to do one. But I just haven't gotten going on it. I have a stack of stuff over there, but I just have felt like catching up from the retreat has been harder than I thought it would be. It's just been such a busy girl. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little pocket on this one. Okay, so then, ooh, that's pretty. Yeah. Do that, and then, yeah. Okay, so that makes me happy. That whittles down what we had over here for bits and pieces. Put that there. Okay. And then I'm just going to do just a bit of that. Okay, so that will be a pocket there tag, okay? Okay, so there's those ones. Now I feel better. Okay, I can put these back in my stack that's over here. Okay, let's go ahead and call you done too. I think we'll make you a tag. You would be a good tag. Alrighty then, let's see. So what I have left is not that much. This is what I have left. Right? That's not that much. Not a whole lot. And there's a few things we could use for decorating in here. So I'm going to keep that to the side. We'll use what we can as we get going. This is what I haven't sorted yet. This is what I have sorted. So see, it's much more to a manageable bit. See, I can't help myself. I just keep sorting. Okay, we're not going to do that right now. Okay, we are going to cut. And we are going to get things going. Okay, so these are going to be pockets because they don't have anything on the back. Now, my pockets, I really don't want any, let's see. This is not quite 8. That makes a bit of a small pocket. So I kind of like them at about 5 at the most. 4 3/4 would be good. So let's do some 4 3/4 cutting. Okay, 4 3/4 right there. That was real thick. Okay, so 4 3/4. I'm going to go about, what am I going to do? 3 1/2. Okay, that makes a nice size pocket, I'd say. Let me get my punch for thumb holes. And we're just going to make a stack of goodies. Okay, so pocket just needs decorating, needs to be sewn around. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, this one, do I want the bunny kind of like that? This is a little less than 4 1/2, which is okay. And I think I'm going to cut a bit off of this. So 3 1/2, 3 3/4. And I'm going to allow myself to throw that away because these are made with bits of rejected paper. So it's all good. Okay, another pocket. Yes. Okay, what did I say? 4 1/2 this way. I had to take off my brace to do that, to do what we were doing in the garage, and my hand's not happy with me. Okay, 3 3/4, 4. I go 4 on this one. 4, and then that one's 4. Okay, that's good. Okay, pockets. Let's see, how wide is this? It's 5 1/4. Okay, so we're gonna lose a little bit of this, but that's okay. I don't mind, because it would have probably been trashish anyway. And there's not that much left. Okay, 3 3/4. And these will all be sewn around, you know, these pockets, so that'll be good too. I'm missing a little glue right there. Let's just do it while we see it. Okay, so that's one cut up into pockets. Okay, it's a nice little stack of pockets there. Okay, this one is also going to be pockets, I think. I'm looking at it, kind of deciding which way to go, but I think we'll go as we did on that one. I'm just going to go 4 1/2 by about 3 3/4. 4 3/4. Maybe make these a little bit wider. Okay, 4 3/4. And this is what? Not quite 8. So yeah, 3 3/4. It's about right. One will be a little taller. 3 3/4. Let's go in between. Yeah, that's good. Okay, that's interesting. That's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? Math making going on here today, peeps. Ooh, I like those a lot. Okay. Now, we're going to once again go 4 3/4 kind of on these ones. Okay. And what did I say? 4.5. Nope. 3 3/4. Almost 4. That's right. Interesting. Interesting and usable is the good thing. Okay. Yeah, I really like that one. Put a flower there. That'll be pretty. Okie dokie. Let's do 4 3/4 there. And almost 4. Okay. That's interesting with the blue right down the middle. Gonna have to work on that one. Oh, look at here though. We're getting good. Okay. 4 and what did I say? 4 3/4, didn't I? You're like, yes, Gail. That's what you said a whole bunch of times. Okay. It's rather neutral. And this one's bright. Interesting. Okay. Okay, now this is 5.5, so it's a bit big. I wonder if we could go, if we go 4 3/4. There's not that much missing. So we'll just do 4 3/4. Not bad. And almost 4. Okay. All right. That's a stack of pockets we got going. All out of rejected pieces of paper. Maybe not the worst pieces of paper at all, but they just haven't gone with what I've been wanting to do. Okay, look at that big stack of pockets. That's awesome. Alrighty then, let's get to our other ones. Okay, so we had this one. I'm looking at these two focal points mostly. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut this right along that line, kind of. Okay. And then I'm gonna cut this right about here. And we'll deal with that in a minute. Once again, this is what? This is about, so 4. Let's see what 4 looks like. And 4 1/4. Yeah, 4 1/4. Looks about right. Okay, journal cards. And we'll do the same with this one. Like 4 1/4. Might go 4 1/2. This one's a little small, but that's okay. And then that one. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so this, let's think about this. could be a belly band. Or do I want it to be, it's like 3.5. I think what I'm going to do is cut it off at right there and make it a tag. Just felt like a lot of expanse to be a belly band, so we won't do that. Okay, tag. Okay, so this is what we have left then. I think I'm going to do this at 5. And this side is so not straight. So let's straighten that up a little bit. Okay. And I think I'm going to go here. And that's going to be a journal card. I just liked that. And this is going to be a tag. And then we just have one more piece of this one, which would be this. And this is about 4 inches. Let's just go here. Make this a journaling card and make this a tag. You guys, my wrist and hands are killing me. I'm going to have to take a bath in Voltaren tonight. Oh, no more putting things together, Gail. Okay, now we are down to this one and one more, and that's it. So I feel like on this one, I am going to go kind of right here. I like this as a tag, I think. And then go on the other, like this side of her. Like that. It's a cool tag. How big is that? Almost 8. So really, we should probably take a little off of that. Okay, that's a cool tag. And then we'll see what to do with that little piece. I just liked this with that girl, so that's going to be a tag. Okay, this I think we'll just do in half. So about 3 3/4 again, ish. Journal cards. Yeah, journal cards. Okay. What do we want to do with this girl? Another tag, maybe? Let's do about there. It's kind of cool. Doesn't look particularly particularly straight, does it? Yeah, that side's not straight. Okay, now, again, I'm going to chop off a bit. And this will be a tag. Okay, so another tag. This one. I think I'm going to go 6 inches with this. And then I think I'm just, let's see, again, almost 8. 2.5. 2.5 would be 5. Let's do some tags. So I'm going to do 2.5 here. And another 2.5. And then the other one will be like 3-ish or something. Okay. Right? Those are going to be good. I think I'll go this way on this one. That way on that one. That way on that one. And let's just use this one to be our guide here. I think I worked up an appetite doing that glider too. Oh man, that was so much harder than I thought. I'm glad I didn't know how hard it was going to be when we started. I'd been like, nah. Can we like have a handyman come to our house and put it together? Oh, I was watching last night. I was watching Carrie the Crafter and his craft room tour, and he put together all this furniture from IKEA. I was thinking of you, Carrie, as I was putting together that glider, and I thought, oh my goodness. Yeah, so there's some more tags, just little funky tags. And this then gives us what left? That's 6, so that would be actually another, let's even this up. And then we'll do some more tags here. That works. Yeah, anyways, I was thinking of you, Carrie. Maybe I'll go a little bit further on that one. Because it was craziness. Let's see. Let's just go right about there. I'm just kind of letting the design dictate a bit. Okay. Okay, so there is some more. Let's just cut those quick. Lots of tags. Lots of tags. This one, a little funky on the edge there. We're going to have some days of decorating. I have such a store of things to decorate. It's like at some point, just got to stop and do it. I'm going to go this way on this one. And we just have one more thing of, well, that was uneven, so I'll get out. Okay. Then we just have this one. Which, well, I probably don't want to cut off their heads or anything. So let's go on this side of this journal card. I'm just going to go here. I don't know what that's going to be. Is it? Yeah, that's not straight. Real thick right there. Okay, this is nearly 8.5. That would make a nice belly band. I think we'll use that as a belly band. Okay, then what do we have? So we have this little bit. Everything's kind of going that way. I don't know. See this? I'd probably cover him up because, I mean, he'd be good for you know, like a oriental type of journal or something. Just gonna make tags because they're not speaking to me for anything else. How big is this? This is 5.5. 2 3/4. Okay. That's a very plain one. I don't know if I can cut these all at the same time, but I'm going to try. I did it. Okay. A lot of tags, people. Okay, so now this is all we have left. So I'd like to do journal cards with that because we don't have as many of those. How big is this? This is 12 inches. So let's do 6, and then let's just do it in half. And like by about 4-ish. Okay, journal cards. And journal cards. What did I say, 4.5-ish? Okay, we're all cut up. Look at us. Woohoo! How are we doing time-wise? Oh my gosh, I'm so sore. Got about 20 minutes, so about 10 till. Okay. We're done with that, I do believe. So these are all journal cards of various sizes and shapes. These are all tags. Again, sizes and shapes. Pockets. And one lone belly band. So let's work on the belly band first. So yeah, we have about 20 minutes to decorate. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how much stuff came out of just my rejected things. And I feel like I could still do another thing of them. Okay, so I want something right there. That's what I want. And maybe some lace down the edge. So let's think. Oh, you know what? Oh, those aren't big enough. Should have done them the right size. Oh, let me show you these. These are from Mrs. Coggs, and I made them smaller because I would use that size mostly, but they can be big too. So that would have been good, but oh well. Let's see. I need to do some fussy cutting. Now, I was thinking I had some big ones. Yeah. Garden sayings. That's not going to work really. Laughter. Isn't going to work either, but you know, that's kind of the size I wanted, you know, like, yeah, well, that's weird having Walt Disney on there with baby Jesus. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Maybe one of these would work. Oh my gosh, guys, I have grits all over my pants. Pure joy would be good. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Just cutting it, guys, over my basket. And then I'm going to put some lace on it, and I think that'll be pretty good. Just cut this so it doesn't snag everything. Gosh, my poor husband, neither one of us is going to be able to get up off the couch. He even said, I think we might order pizza tonight. This is the man who never likes to eat out. And would rather cook. Yeah, that's going to be nice. And I'm going to put some of, show you this lace on it. This lace. I think would be nice down the side. Right? Like that. I mean, this could be kind of a fun belly band for a Christmas journal, couldn't it? Okay, how about we just use a little Fabri-Tac? My room is a disaster. I need a day of just cleaning up. I honestly haven't really done much since I got home from my retreat, and I just like kind of thrown things in the general vicinity of where they go. And it's getting to critical mass around here. I think I'm going to just really have to address it. Okay. Let's grab a spatula. There we go. And then we'll put our little Pure Joy on it. And I think I need to distress the edges, and we'll have ourselves a belly band. Sorry if I'm low. Got myself squished off again. Okay, let's just put this on here. Okay. The other thing I think I'll do is sew around this. Yeah, I'll just sew around the edges. Maybe even just here, here, and here. So we'll throw that on the pile of dones. I was looking at, like, for instance, this one and this one. I don't feel like they need a whole ton. This needs a little glue. Honestly, I feel like this one just kind of needs a word or something. Just a little something across there. How about... She kind of looks like a dreamer, and I have this dream. Yep, that's it. That's all it needs, just one little thing. I think that's pretty. So these are from one of Tsunami Rose's kits. I know that much. And once again, I'm going to sew around the edges of this. I just feel like when you've collaged something, it just, I feel like it sticks better if you sew around. Look at the back. Isn't that fun? I had all sorts of tiny scraps, and so I used some small scraps on this back of this particular one. Did that off camera as well. Might as well go ahead and give you a little distressing too. This one might be an up and down word. And I have some up and down words from my friend Lynn. Lynn's Altered Arts. And I don't know if she's going to put them on her Etsy or not. I asked her, but I haven't heard back yet. So I don't know. Okay, so let's just get this on there. Okay. Okay. Honestly, I think that's all that needs. It's a busy little tag anyway, so we'll just sew around it. Call that one done. Okay, let's see if one of Lynn's words will work for this. She heard my plea for up and down words, and I am not a graphic person, a graphic artist person. She obviously is. I think I would like coffee dyed, maybe. Just gonna cut out kindness here. So thank you for these, Lynn. I think they're awesome. They're just what I wanted. And they actually are bigger on the page. I shrunk these down to a size that I thought I'd use most often. But kind of fun to have the bigger size too. Okay. Right there. Right? Yep, that does it. Just what the doctor ordered. Thank you, Lynn. Okay, so around that one will be done. Kind of looking at ones that seem like they'd be fairly easy to like put a flower on or something. Let's get our flowers out. You know what I might do is I might use some of these. These are Deb at Artsology, and it's a lot of beautiful, lots of beautiful flowers. And they seem like they might be just about the right size. It's kind of nice. This one. Nope, don't like that as well. I think this is supposed to go this way. Do we care? I think I might put that there with a little label, if I can find one. Well, I want to thank whoever it was that gave me the idea of doing the collage, the big collage rolls with my rejected papers, because I'm feeling really happy about how my scraps are, like happier than I've been in a while, because they've just kind of been a little out of control here lately. So it just feels good to have them pared down a little bit, you know. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go here with that. And then do something on the side. And then had some ideas for what I want to do tomorrow, but I'm just going to see how I feel. How's that? How's that? Okay, let's see if we have like a little Tracy label or something that can go just right there. I want an up and down one. That's cute. We'll go with it. I think that's a label too. Maybe one more. You know, when I get them, my trouble is, here's my trouble. My trouble is that when I get the mess out, I just want to keep going. I just want to keep going and going and going. Okay, well, there's a little pocket. Soft, really bright flower in here. I was thinking of this. The little, isn't that cute? Yep. I need to have a sewing session. I have tags over there that I made with my Roxy Creations challenge that I still haven't sewn around, so oop. Okay. Yep, I'm going to put that right there. I seriously could make ephemera all day, every day, I think. and be happy as a little clam. But then I also like finishing journals, so there's that. Okay, well, I guess that's going to be there. Okay, and then do we want something right there? Would the Mrs. Cogs be the right size at all? Let's see. Motivational words. That's what this one's called. I almost feel like challenge is the right color. Sorry, I usually try to have all my fussy cutting done before I film, but I just printed these and I haven't gotten to do them yet. And I thought they might be fun to use for here. I think it blends in too much. So now I think I'll use, how about Harmony? Had such fun watching on Facebook Mrs. Cogs and her bears in her yard. I'm not sure. I'd be real happy to see them if they, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I don't want bears in my yard. No, thank you. But I love that she loves it. She's a hardy lady. Motivational words. That's what we all need, right? It's a little motivational word. Okay, guess I'll just use a glue stick. And then there's that. So I think we'll call it good with this one for this little session, and then we'll have more to do one day. Okay, yes, I like that. And then we will sew around them. That'll be good. They will be good. Okay, so let's do a little recap of these up close because I didn't hold them up for you. Okay, so there's one pocket. Another pocket done. Here's the one tag. And the other, the belly band. Oh yeah, and then these will be pocket with a couple of tags once I get them done. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed these collage videos as much as I did. I might sit here and sort my paper till my husband is done with the mowing. So thanks everybody for watching. Have a grateful day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.